I love to kiss her as well.
Whatever. Are your lips clean?
They cleaner than a dog.
I don't know. I don't know
Why don't
now.
you see? Why don't you see?
Guys, and welcome back to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. For those who are returnees, you ain't got the minerals, baby. You ain't got the minerals, baby. Listen, woo Chile. Woo Chile, baby, because it's hot in here, baby. And if you can't handle the heat, you better get out the kitchen, baby. Get out the kitchen, baby. Listen, I get it. Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you lean? Let's get into the video. You ain't got the minerals. Cool. We're going to be talking to you guys. We're going to be talking to you guys about Jimmy and Kimber. This is tasting like... tastes like juice. Yeah. Found an apple. Get yours. Anyway, let's get this going. So, talking about Jimmy and Kimber is quite an interesting combination because you know how I love Kimber, baby. Kimber be my darling, man. That let me tell you something. It must be love. It must be love when I see Kimber tonight. I'm telling you, Kimber be my girl, baby. I mean, she fine. And when I see her, I'm just like, oh, girl, why you with these type of guys who don't recognize your beauty that resides in your eyes? Pretty brown girl with the brown skin. Girl, you ain't thin, you thick at the waist. You make me wanna say, hey, 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 hey. I made it up just on the spot. Anyway, listen, boom. So when I look at Jimmy and Kimber's situation, it's always interesting because they represent to me what life really is like in the dating scene. Well, at least at my level anyway. So when I look at Kimber, I told you guys from the jump, Kimber wears her heart on her sleeve, and that makes her vulnerable to people, right? That makes her vulnerable to the vultures, yeah? Because they can see a sheep. Yeah, and when the wolves see a sheep, they see an easy lay. They see an easy bite, yeah? Now, as much as Kimber is a boss, yeah, she's too kind on the outside. She shows too much kindness from the get-go, yeah? And unfortunately, it plays against her. I always say this, the kind-hearted and the nice people always die early in this life, yeah? Because there's so many bastards, yeah? And so many demons out there, and Jimmy's becoming one of them, you see? I told you guys from the beginning that with Jimmy, yeah, that he's one of them guys that he's playing the game and he doesn't realize he's actually being stupid. Absolutely stupid. He doesn't realize. Jimmy, if you're watching this, fix up. Because what's happened here is he's got excited about opportunity. Now, if you watch my videos on situationships, I've talked about this, where people think they've got an opportunity with the big fish. And so what happens is they play around in the pond with the little fishes with the hope that they're about to catch the big fish because the big fish played around them for a few seconds. That's what Alexis has done to Jimmy. Instead of Jimmy focusing on someone like Kimber, who he had a vibe with and an energy with, because he saw himself at an opportunity at getting the big fish, he misplayed the game with Kimber.
Yo, did Alexis know I was coming?
Yeah.
Well, she stood you up, but I'm just saying, I feel stood up. You know what I mean? Alexis was my number one, dog, but something about her just don't rub me the right way, bro. And I'm willing to make a rearrangement to my top two.
He misplays the game with Kimber, right? And when he recognizes he's made a mistake, where does he go back to? Kimber. Where should you have been in the first place? Kimber. Because this wouldn't have happened. But you saw yourself thinking that you'd get the big fish, and unfortunately, the big fish has gone after the big daddy. You understand? London. So I told you, this is the thing. You see, I told you in the beginning that, you know what? Jimmy will be one of the top guys, but he's not one of the top. The top will be someone like Brent, London, and Mario, which have proven to be true. They are the top three that normally are there, yeah? But Brent's a little bit different. He's a little bit deeper than I actually expected. I'm not going to lie to you. Very deep to what I expected. So hence why he's been locked off to Aisha. But come to the closing stages of this competition, I don't know how much Aisha will be the type of girl for Brent. The way she's so aggressive. But we'll deal with that in another video. So coming on to talking about, obviously, Jimmy and Kimber. You know, Kimber, we know she wears her heart on her sleeve too much. And we know she's too nice and too genuine. And we'll prove it through this next scene. When you watch her in the scene talking to and to Jimmy, you know, she says, she obviously baits him up saying, you know, you've been real slutty with your heart. But she's been joking and bantering about it, right? But she really means it. She feels hurt by the fact that Jimmy will do that.
I gotta meet people.
Jimmy, don't be slutty with your heart.
That was an artificial heart. The real heart right here.
Why? Because she's genuinely a nice person. And she expects, not even expects, she knows that guys are dickheads. But you know when you're a nice person, you want other people to be nice to you. You think they are being nice to you, and then you turn out to be a dickhead. That's Jimmy. That's Jimmy. Jimmy is actually the nice guy who ends up being a dickhead because he thought he had options. And he doesn't have options. He doesn't have any options. If you heard NSG, you know what I'm talking about. So he doesn't have that many options as he thinks he does. He played it like he had options, but he actually didn't have any options. His only throw was Kimber and Alexis, which ain't a bad selection to have, but you should have gone with Kimber in the first place. Now, you know, Jimmy has always done the most. Jimmy has always done the most because when he first started talking to her, he kissed Kimber's feet, and I said to him, that is something that you don't do so early on unless you know you're committing. When you do that without committing, you're causing problems, bro. But you're out here playing. You need to stop that. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's playing the game. He's not wanting to commit, but he's playing the game. Yeah, and he knows what Kimber's like. He knows. Look, men can assess things from very, very early. 0.0 seconds we've assessed you and said, this girl's a play around. I can play with her, or this girl will allow me some leniency, or this girl will give me space that I can still move man over here and come back. We can assess that from the jump. And Jimmy assessed that and realized that. Yeah, that so long as Kimber showed the interest towards him, he always had the advantage over her. That's why with great power comes great responsibility. Because once you know someone likes you, what do you do with that liking? Do you take advantage, like Jimmy has done? Or do you actually be honest about it and say, do I want it or do I not want it? Do you understand? If you tell the person, I'm not really on it, and they continue, then you've done your job. You understand? You've done your job. You understand? But Jimmy didn't do that. Okay, cool. Let's fast forward now. When she's talking about, obviously, he's been real slight with the heart, he then obviously tries to flip it by saying, but the real heart ain't gone. And then what does he do? What does he do? He knows that Kimber is receptive to him, so he pulls her hand, puts it on his chest. Now, again, this is confirmation. If I'm him, this is confirmation this girl still likes me. Because she's willing to touch me. Look, when I try to figure out when a girl really likes me, I break the space between us two. I try and get as close as possible to see, is she comfortable? And a lot of women who are wanting that, they will be cool with you being in their space because they're comfortable with you. They don't feel embarrassed. They don't feel awkward. They might feel a little bit awkward. They might feel a little bit maybe like, oh, I don't know what to do. But they're not moving away. They're not running away from the space. Do you get me? So when you close that space and you can get up close and personal, I know this. Look, when I obviously man's single right now because kind of single anyway. Listen, holla at man, innit? Holla at man. But no, only if you're Christian though. But anyway, listen, on the real thing, obviously, if I'm trying to figure out. I try to figure out who likes me, right? So often what I do, I sometimes play this game in my head where I kind of see who's willing to close the space with me, who's willing to touch me, who's willing to hold, who's willing to put their arm around me, do something physical with me, right? Do you know what I'm saying? To show that they want to break the space. That lets me know, boom. All right, I know this girl likes me enough that if I was to pursue it, we can go somewhere. That's how often I know. You know what I'm saying? That's how often I know. So the people that you know that don't really like you, man, them, let's pay attention to this. Girl, them, listen, ladies, listen to this, because this is something that you might be doing. When a girl, is good with their mouth, they flirt with you with their mouth. They can kind of touch you, but they are initiating all the time. That doesn't mean the girl likes you, because the moment you return volley and serve. If they then try to get a little bit tetchy with it, you know they don't want you. They're just playing with you. You got to deep it. Because I always tell people that there are certain girls and males who want control over the altercation between you two, between the situation that's going on with you two. So what they do is, they do all the flirting, but when you return it, You're taken out of their control. Now they don't want it no more. You understand? So then they keep their distance a little bit. Then they'll come again. And they'll keep their distance a little bit. They'll come again because what they don't want is you to control the proceedings. They must control it. You understand? So when I saw obviously Jimmy and Kimber, that's the thing that I thought of, right? Because you see that obviously now Jimmy's now showing this mad interest with her. Pulls her arm, puts her on his chest. Again, she's touching him. He's seeing that, okay, this girl's receptive to me. I feel like, with Kimber, she'll always be this way. This is her natural nature. This is the problem. That's why you look at it, you think to yourself, buff girl like this, she maybe doesn't know that she's that buff, Maybe she doesn't know she's that buff. When I look at her, I'm like, Kimber is amazing, mate. You know what I mean? Amazing. But does that mean someone should have more value? I just realised that's actually problematic as well, That is very problematic. In fact, that is very problematic. Guys, don't listen to what I just said. I need to change those ways. To say someone's buff, and she doesn't know that she's buff, and that she doesn't know her worth, very problematic. Why is someone's worth locked into just their beauty and nothing else? That's problematic. But what I'm saying is obviously the caliber of guys that would come at the first go, just alone by seeing her, should let her know that she's of a certain stature in terms of looks wise. But I do get that impression that, with her, when she's dealing with Jimmy, it's like, I don't think she views herself very highly. As much as she knows she's successful, she's beautiful, she knows she's that, she doesn't view herself very highly. She keeps her humble, keeps her modest, but she doesn't view herself very highly. In fact, I think she's got maybe might even have a little slightly negative aspect of herself in terms of the way she looked, not the way she looked, but the way she feels about herself. Because she knows Jimmy's playing. Oh, she knows. You've seen him give a heart to this girl, and now even at his date you've called him out. And so you know that the way Mama's rolling. Do you understand? So it is what it is, right? And then you see at the very end as well, when obviously then you see the way that Alexis gives a heart to you, and you realize that actually, and I'm thinking to myself, the way she said that bar about the fact that
you got my heart now.
I'm gonna keep it right here.
You know what?
I'm gonna pass that heart on to you, sister.
Oh, wow.
I don't need that heart.
She didn't even seem like she cared. Jimmy probably isn't even on her radar. And he's just running up behind her, in turn making me look foolish for believing in him, and she's not even studying him.
You know what? The way that Jimmy's chasing this girl now, and she doesn't even really want him. It almost sounds as if Kimber was like, well, hold on a minute. Why have I been chasing this guy like he's bare exclusive, like girls want him? And really, no girl wants him. Do I really want him? And women do this sometimes. They don't even know they're playing themselves. Because the thing is wanted by other people, they want it. Not because necessarily they want it, but because the thing is wanted by other people, so it kicks their interest even more to want it. Sometimes it gets like that. To prove my point about Jimmy doesn't really like Kimber like that. Man said, look, he likes the fact that Kimber's a little bit tasty, right? She's a little bit jealous, right? Now, for me, I used to be like this at 18 when I needed love. When I really needed love, when I really needed attention, that's what I should say. Yeah, because I was lacking it. Yeah, and I wanted to always get attention. That's the kind of comment I'd make. I like it when a girl's a little bit, jealous over me.
I kind of like seeing Kimber upset about the heart I gave Alexis. I think it kind of puts her love to the test. Fight for my love, girl.
I'm definitely...
Like, when I'm seeking attention, when I want to make myself feel good, when I want my ego to be popping, that's when I say this kind of comments. And it's not from a place of actually like the person. It's from a place of the fact that I like the fact you're getting jealous because it feeds my ego. And I told you about Jimmy's ego already. He's got an ego. And then he made a comment saying, about saying that he likes when he's saying, yeah, fight for my love, girl, fight for my love. Were you fighting for Alexis' love? Were you asking Alexis to fight for your love? You didn't see that. You didn't say that, did you? You didn't say Alexis should fight for love. Why? Because you don't feel like you know that Alexis is of a certain caliber to you, and you feel like she wouldn't be fighting for your love, so you have to fight for her love. So deep, what he just said there, what he's actually said is, Kimber's not worth me fighting my love for. I've already got it. I don't really need it like that. But I want to fight for Alexis's love. Like and that's what I said to you. Like this is where our real motivations actually come from. Why someone treats you the way they treat you, because really and truly, this is what they really think. And that's what Jimmy's showing you, that he really thinks like this. He does not care for Kimber like that. Like, do you know what I mean? He can bust joke with her, He can, get excited about her. He's definitely wanting to smash. But beyond that, does not see that wife in for him. Doesn't. Doesn't. But he also is looking at Alexis like a trophy wife. He ain't looking at her like he really wants Alexis. He ain't really. He gave her a heart before he really even knew her. What was that about? Because she was good looking. Trophy wife thing. So Jimmy's even lost it himself. He's not in the right place to make a right, correct decision. He's not in the right place emotionally to make a correct decision. When he came in there, he came on a clown thing, on a joker thing, and now he's showing his true colours of that jokiness, because you got a decent girl in Kimber, but you can't see that girl. You're chasing after a trophy. And like I said, I used to do that when I was 18 because of the ego. The ego will make you do things you don't necessarily need to do. It would work long term. Kimber's actually a very sweet-natured girl. And I think she's really looking for somebody to really understand her and actually give her room to kind of talk and actually, you know, share their ideas. And I feel like Kimber's the type of girl that will build you. That's what I see. But the problem is she's building the wrong niggas. Sorry, she's building the wrong type of guys. These are the type of guys that don't want building. They're never going to be built. They care only for themselves. But that's the kind of guy she keeps getting attracted to. Right? That's why one of them's in jail right now. And I'm not just judging that because the guy's in jail. I'm judging about the fact that I see her nature. And so what I see with Kimber on the situation here is that she's the kind of girl that will help you build your empire. And if you stay loyal, this girl is the most loyal girl to you ever. But that's the trouble with loyalty. Unloyal Nargos can see girls who've got great loyalty and they always abuse them. Because they want that loyalty so that they can do whatever they're doing. Do you understand? And so what you're seeing with Jimmy now, Jimmy then obviously has clocked her behaviour. And you see this, the situation before he kisses her. He obviously says, look, you know, you got a great smile. And watch her smile. Watch her break out of character. Because she was trying to be calm, like trying to be like she was not playing around. And then he says, obviously, I like your smile. And then she breaks character. And at that point, he knew. He said, I want to kiss you now. And she didn't even say anything. And he knew. He had her. Boom. And when he gets up, she's like, ah! It's like, ah! And then what happens? Look where her hand goes instantly. Hand goes back to the back of his head. She wanted it. She was hoping this would happen. Do you understand? So she was already committed. And that's what I'm saying to you, that we can already see this already. Men, this is probably the only time when men are dealing with women, it's the only time men have good vision ahead of time. But he saw steps ahead of the game, right? And when we see the end, when they kiss, we're seeing the steps. We're seeing the end step. But there were steps that led up to that. Do you get me? So now she puts her arm around his head. That lets you know she wanted that kiss. This is not a surprise kiss. She wanted this. She was prepping herself for this. She wanted this to happen. But, you know, right time and right season for her. See what I'm saying? And he did it. As well, you know, but one thing that concerned me was, as well, was that when Kimber was trying to explain something, he actually was cutting in. He was actually doing a bit of banter, but he was cutting in and just cutting her off. Not like in a rude way, but in his talkative way.
Forever happened about 7-8 months ago now.
Ooh, months. Ooh,
Yeah.
I love the months.
Yeah.
I love the months ago.
Yeah, I mean,
You know
with
why?
the breakup, but
You know why?
But you
It's
know a
'cause
breakup.
that's still the same phone call that's still happening. That's still the same text.
Well, no,
message.
And he was talking too much. And she wasn't getting a word edgeways in. Long term, this ain't going to work. Because what will happen is, Kimber will try to make it work, and it will end up being him that leaves her. You get me? So she needs somebody who's gonna actually respect her and listen to her. Maybe Kerry's the right type of guy for her. Do you get me? But maybe she doesn't want that right now because she maybe feels she's very young. She's got a lot to give, and I understand that. I'm not blaming her on that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Kimber, I'm hearing it. You understand? Obviously, I got good credit. You know what I'm saying? I got a good job. You know what I'm saying? And listen, man, if you want to build me, man, I mean, I'm already building. You can help build the empire, baby. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you love Jesus, because I love Jesus. So if you love Jesus, if you love God, I love God. I love him too. You know what I'm saying? But so it was quite interesting just watching Kimber and Jimmy as well.
Loved it.
Did you?
I loved it. I want to kiss you again.
Okay. We'll see.
I think after the kiss, Jimmy said, I want to kiss you again. And she was like, maybe we'll see what happens. Now, that see what happens is a manifestation of a little bit of strength from Kimber to say, look, you know, that was nice, but I've got to be careful, right? But it also was, as well, the conceding line. So it's like she's going to give in, like she is. If Jimmy presses and is still moving mad, she would still give in. Yeah, even if she found out, she'll still give him, because that line there, once you press the button, bruh, once you press the button, fam, she's nuked, bro, because she's already shown her hand. You understand? So that line there didn't shake off the kiss, didn't say no more. It was like, if you play your cards right, you got this. You know what I'm saying? Which is fair enough, because she likes him. But now Jimmy knows that. It's up to him what he does with that power. You know, I keep telling you, great power comes great responsibility. And with Jimmy, he's played around, and now in a situation where, look, actually, he's in a place of power over Kimber. What would he do? Would he move correctly, or would he not? And we're going to find out and see. But yeah.
Feeling as though you might have pegged me as being more like a friend zone or the cat daddy zone. If you're interested in someone and instead of calling you your name, they give you a title.